Hi, I'm Kate Eugenie and this is my son Max.
Hi.
And we today are going to do Italian style sausage and mushroom spaghetti. We're here at home. Max is going to do, I think, more of it because he's at university and I think you should be doing an awful lot of this.
I'll give it my best.
Okay. So, we both washed our hands.
Mm-hmm.
And what should we start with? What are you going to do? We have to peel and chop the onion in strips. So that's your job.
I'll do that.
Because I hate cutting onions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do that, and then I will crush a garlic clove into paste and slice up the mushrooms. So I'll do that. So there's lots of tricks about, you are adamant about the tricks for onions, aren't you, that stop you from crying?
Well, I mean, I say that cutting through the stem there makes you cry, but I've just done it, so.
Was it you that with the teaspoon in your mouth?
Yeah, we'll put some water in your mouth and that seems to help as well.
So none of those work with me.
No.
I have tried. Wearing glasses, my husband wears, Dad
Goggles.
No, well, he wears contact lenses and he swears that helps.
Yeah.
So I'm wiping the mushrooms to get rid of any of the sort of dirt, because if you put mushrooms into water, they get really, really soggy and quite disgusting. So we clean them off that way. You can tell we're not professional cooks, can't you? This would have been done by now, sliced and straight into the pan.
I could have a peel this onion.
But I guess with something like a pasta, it doesn't actually matter really what it looks like because it's all just gets all thrown in, doesn't it? I don't think pasta dishes are ever meant to be sort of elegant. They're real family meals. How are we getting on? No crying?
No crying yet.
Okay, I'm pretty much done with that. And it was garlic clove. And then are you going to, we've then got to take the skin off the sausage, which is great fun. The recipe's pretty good though. It's so simple to read, aren't they?
Yeah.
You should almost have this kind of stuff at university.
It's only 5 steps. Pretty easy.
And only 2 pots.
Yeah.
So that's me done. Get all of that out of the way. I'm not going to do the garlic clove until we need to put it in the pan.
Okay.
So, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because you kind of, the garlic is going to go in with the onion. Actually, we could do that right away. Skip a step. Although I said I don't actually cook professionally, we do cook in this house all the time. Right, so, garlic. Can you take the end off that, please?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So that's pretty much brought up to heat. Actually, it might be a little bit too hot. Just take it down a tiny, weeny bit. And then I'm going to sweat off the onions.
Wash my hands quickly.
And it says 5 minutes, but basically it's right until you can kind of see that it goes from quite a white colour until almost a creamier looking colour, doesn't it? When you know, and you can taste the difference. Otherwise you end up with this like crunchy onion rather than a nice, and it just goes into the meal. Right.
What do you want me to do?
Get rid of that and get clean chopping board, and then I'm going to ask you to strip the skin off the sausages. Okay. So get a small knife. So whenever you're doing anything with knives, make sure it goes with the size of what you're doing. So you're only making little incisions, so use a little knife.
Yeah. I haven't done this before, so you're going to have to talk me through it.
And there goes the eyes. Can't even cook them. Okay, so take them all out. Whoa. This happens to me every time. So I can't even cook onions. Right, an incision right down the middle.
Yeah.
Now you can also chop these into pieces. I don't personally like doing that with sausages. I'll always take the sausage meat out. And I think it almost comes across a bit like mince. I really am crying.
There we go, incision off.
Be kind of aggressive with it. Well, it'll just come off.
Oh, there we go. It's easy.
Simple. After that, adding the mushrooms, cooking for another 5 minutes, a tablespoon of fennel seeds and a teaspoon of mixed herbs, and cook for a further 2 minutes. Okay, so are you okay with that, or do I need to help you?
I think I'm okay.
So I don't know if the cost is any different with sausages or I suppose it's just a different way almost of having a pork mince, isn't it, rather than having a beef mince. And then the fennel, so pork and fennel are really, really good mix. There are certain herbs that go. Not that I ever think that you actually have. Do you own any herbs?
Loads of herbs. It's the only way you make the unique food taste good, so.
Okay. Do you still have the salt and pepper mix that I sent you?
Yeah, it goes in everything.
Okay.
Ooh, almost broke that one.
It's meant to be broken. It's fine. Okay, I think that's kind of gone. It's all starting to lose its really sort of whiteness, and it's going a little bit more opaque. See?
Yeah, almost see-through.
So then we add mushrooms.
Am I going to chop these up?
No, because I think we'll just break it down in the pan.
Okay.
Well, I suppose you could do it and make it easier to cook. It'll cook through quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Chop them into just chunky bits. I think we might be going off-piste of this recipe slightly.
That's fine.
So, mushrooms will cook down pretty quickly, as you can see there. Get rid of that. Right, we've got fennel seeds here, yes. Fennel seeds, and now are these actually already pre-sized?
Yeah, it's quite helpful.
So mixed herbs, 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. You've given me 2.
My bad.
Job, I'm taking notice. You know that whole thing about use the knife that goes with the size of the job?
Yeah?
Yeah, but now it's chopping. So that's kind of getting there. I'm ready for that next.
Already.
Love them or hate them. I think it's Marmite. Could you get a tablespoon measure thing?
I'll wash my hands beforehand.
My eyes have just stopped weeping. So that's the mixed herbs in.
There you go.
Tablespoon. It's quite a lot. It's not something I cook with very much, fennel seed.
No, neither.
Oh, smell that though, the difference.
That's quite nice.
Okay, I think that's pretty much the mushrooms are starting. I
These
think you
going
can
in?
throw that in. Okay, now that needs to cook for 8 to 10 minutes, but ultimately it's pork. So you're cooking it until it's cooked,
Yeah.
okay? So get that. And
Maybe move this out the way.
yeah, that can get washed. And as you're looking at 8 to 10 minutes on this, I think we can bring a large pan of water to the boil. If you can put some salt into that. So you can go by the measurements on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually go by the way your father does it, which is chuck the whole packet in.
Yeah.
But I go by about that per person. So they've actually said on this recipe 300 grams. It's a 500 gram thing, so
About half.
no.
About over half, sorry.
But, yes, and he's at university. So once that comes up to, you can probably get away with then cooking that because that's going to be ready for. So look at that actually, because it does now just almost look like a mince, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Broken down sausage. And that wouldn't have been as nice, I don't think. Personally, I wouldn't like it with the skin on it.
Yeah. Those mushrooms look lovely.
And it's on its absolute highest.
Mm.
It's a big pan. And always use a big pan for pasta.
Okay. Mm.
Don't leave it in one position very long.
Mm-hmm.
Swirl, swirl, swirl. Get it into the pan.
I'll let it bend first.
Okay. So now you have to do all the washing up.
Help with cooking and all the washing up.
Well, yeah, because now everything's just ready. So it's just washing up time. That's it. So you're just sticking in spinach
Mm-hmm.
and the cream cheese. That's it. And actually, if you look at that, Max, it's meal pretty much almost done.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the washing up now, and then you sit down to eat, and everything's done. It's just £2.
30 minutes.
Yep. I'm going to put this in.
Okay.
It is just wilting it, and then when I'm putting the cheese in, very end,
Yeah.
with the pasta water. Yeah. Now I'm going to just cover it because it'll wilt under the heat. So. There you go.
Looks good now.
Okay, so we need to get a cup because you should always keep starch.
Bit of pasta water.
Yeah. Just keep some to one side. Go on, colander it out. And hopefully we've now got wilted spinach. And I've just thrown in the cream cheese. I've said 1 tablespoon of cream cheese. I actually probably would go a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe just a tad bit.
Okay. Now, this is the time where you kind of salt and pepper it, but also you need to taste it if you really want to, because you've salted the pasta,
water.
so you probably won't need much. But you know what we're like about pepper, so. And I watched a chef the other day, and he said, just watch, because chefs just keep going. So I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to do much, because I don't really salt much of our food, do I? Now this is the nightmare of actually putting it into a bowl so it looks nice. The pressure. I think you might have to get me the pasta thing.
Which pasta?
The pasta ladle. Okay. If Dad was here, we'd have it all twirly-whirlied and it's proper Italian in the middle of the plate and looking gorgeous.
Doesn't need to look pretty for us though.
And what else would we add to that? What would you have on the side?
Garlic bread.
Well,
No?
but what?
Oh, cheese.
So Parmesan cheese?
Yes.
Or, guess you could put any cheese in. So, gonna try it?
Yeah?
Did you notice what I've given you?
A fork and a spoon.
Which is absolutely unheard of with you, isn't it?
Let's see if I can remember how to twirl.
What do you think?
That's pretty good.
Would you make it again?
Yeah, definitely.
You know you're always told never eat pasta on a date. So I guess actually you probably don't actually eat it in front of the camera.
No.
That's nice.
I don't think you could go wrong with that.
And the fennel, really nice. So, you guys have got to do that now. It's Morrison's The Food Box, Italian style sausage and mushroom spaghetti, and it was what, half an hour?
Half an hour at most.